Hello, you guys. Welcome to my page. My name is Amber. Tonight we're going to be doing a fun project, but we're in the kitchen right now and we are going to brew some coffee and then we're going to do some crafting. So I like to let you know ahead of time that you can just skip ahead if you're on the replay and you want to get right to the thing. You can avoid all the chatter, but we're going to brew some coffee. I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to try to show you, y'all, I was going to do this earlier and I didn't because my sister was here and we were, I think that's the light. We were out, we were riding four-wheelers. We were just visiting. We were having a good time, but, which one? Oh, you probably won't be able to see it. Oh, maybe you will. Maybe you will. The light's on. Let me show you guys. So they came and did our palm trees today, and then they also did our paper patio. I'll probably show you tomorrow when it's daytime. But you guys, it's so cute. Let me show you what they did. Look at what they did. You can't really see that one back there. And then the paver patio's over there. See the light? We have like motion lights. Do something. Come back on. Come back on. Come back on. Motion. Detect me. It doesn't detect me. Anyways, they look so nice. It looks so good. Oh, there it is. I'm like, it looks so nice. We need to change that one to point to a different area, but I brushed out this area. Clearly there's like sand and concrete in there. It looks really bad, but aren't they pretty? I don't know anything about these Sylvester palms, so I'm gonna have to learn. If you guys have Sylvester palms, please tell me what to do with them. The landscape people really didn't tell me anything other than to like, hey, if it shifts, which this one started to lean just a little bit to the right. So they said, call us, we'll come back and we'll like move it back. And if they have to, they'll tie them down, but normally they don't have to. That one looks pretty good still. And this one just looks fuller because it's in the light. That one's kind of in the dark over there, but they look really nice. Our yard still looks really bad, but that's where our gazebo's going. Or like pergola or whatever you want to call it. It's like a gazebo. It's going on that paver patio. So, you love the palm trees? I do too. I wasn't sure about the Sylvester palms. I wasn't sure about those. And then I went and looked at them and I was like, you know, I kind of like those better than the like straight up ones that just have a little thing at the top. I really liked that those felt more tropical. And so we decided to get those. And I'm glad we did. We got 2 of them because, listen, I don't know if you guys know anything about those suckers, but they can be costly. All right, we're going to make our coffee. Spoon. Yeah, I love them too. Just got home from the hospital. Girl, what the heck? Janine. What in the world? Christine, my sister just left. I'm going to be honest with you. Where's the creamer? Oh, there it is. I was like, we're not out of creamer. We were sitting on the couch and we were watching Damon across from each other. He was making a Christmas wreath and we were watching. Then I saw Danielle was live and then I was like, oh, gotta say hi to Danielle. Gotta say hello to all the people. And then my sister was like, well, I gotta go to work tomorrow, so I probably should go home. So she left. But Sean's kids are here. If you don't know who my sister is Angela. Her husband is Sean. He has 2 kids. They live in Indiana. They came to visit for the summer. And so it's been raining so much here. Let me put you guys, actually I gotta get my charger. Shoot. Let me go get my charger really quick. It's rained so much here that we've not been able to ride the four-wheelers. And sorry, I'm so distracted because I have to come and like do all the things. But anyways, Sean's kids are here visiting. And so it was the first time that there was like an opportunity where they could ride the four-wheelers. And so that's what we did tonight. And so I took Lucy out on mine. Hold on, let me put you guys on this little thing here. And then let me plug this in really quick. And then plug my phone in because my battery's dying. So it says it's, okay, it says it's charging. So, I took Lucy out. Sean took Carter. And y'all, was really nice. But the whole back of our property is like a swampland. Hello, everybody. What's up? Let me pull this up here. Okay. Here we go. Hello, everybody. I see you. What's up? I see Desiree. I see Paris. Sheila's here. Jane's here. Went to the oncologist today. Who said that? Michelle Lefholm says, went to the oncologist today and my PET scan was clear. No signs of cancer. Listen, that's praiseworthy. That is praiseworthy. Congratulations. I know that you're probably were super stressed out waiting for the results. I can't imagine. Just the anticipation of just waiting for like results. How was the weather? Everything good after the storms? Lynn, let me tell you. So tonight we're gonna craft the floral quilt square, okay? And I have an idea. With this napkin. This is literally the last sliver of napkin I have. I'm gonna do it on this. So we had all those storms coming through, and I kept getting like notification. There was like tornado activity. And so I'm watching the WTOC, which is our local news. They were doing like a live stream and they were tracking like the wind velocity and things like that. And it was pretty much in real time. Like I'm watching the radar, I'm looking out. Like I was in this room. I'm like, we're gonna craft, but I gotta tell you guys story time. So I'm in this room, little chargers over here. I got my phone hooked to the charger. I'm like, if power's going out, I'm charging until it does, okay? So I'm standing in here holding my phone, watching the live stream, watching the radar, while my phone's on the charge, and I'm looking out the window because the interior part of the house, it's kind of hard to see outside unless you look in the back, and then all you see is like trees swaying. But it was coming from this direction. So I wanted to watch like, oh, it's coming at us. So I'm standing on the charge, and next thing I know, the path, it showed the path, like, you know how kind of like how hurricanes do, how it shows you like the trajectory is anywhere in this window. I mean, it could just go with any which way it wants to. So we're in that path, and the center of that path is my house, okay? Like it's gonna come right over us. So I am literally freaking out. I'm calling my kid. Well, he's a grown man. I'm like, there's a storm coming. Hunker down. And he's like, I'm on my way to your house. I was like, you're driving? What's wrong with you? You're driving in this? So anyways, anxiety 2.5, you know. So I'm watching, and then the WTOC weather lady is like, touchdown tornadoes on the ground on Ebenezer Road. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how far is so Ebenezer Road is like, if you're not familiar with where we live, because some of y'all just watch from all over the place, okay? You can go to Google Maps and you can look up Rankin and you can look up Ebenezer Road and 21 and Ebenezer, like right there, okay? So 21 and Ebenezer, and I'm like over here, and I'm thinking, this is not far. How far can a tornado travel? So I'm Googling. How long can a tornado stay on the ground? How many miles? Can it come this direction? Do they typically shift paths? Like, I'm literally having anxiety at this point. So there was a tornado that touched down in Ebenezer, and at that point in time, I was just done for the night. I was done for the night. I was checked out, and there was no coming back until the next morning. So we were fine. We had a lot of wind. We had a lot of rain. We now have a fishing pond in the back of our property because it's rained for 5 days now. That was a lot to share with you. Just take it all in. My mug's so sleepy. Yes, we are all safe. I do not believe that anyone was injured in the tornado. I don't believe that anyone had any losses. There was just a lot of wind, but yeah, it was a lot. Craft me up a fishing pole. I have mud on my arm. I have mud on my arm. So we went out riding in the mud, not really far in the mud, but we were riding the four-wheelers in the mud, and it likes to kick up on you. And that's just from riding out in the mud. I'm pretty sure I've got mud all over me, but anyways, I'll take a shower. Tornadoes are scary. Do we have a basement? No, we don't have a basement. No, we don't have a basement. We have a slab. We have a slab. Free water. Yeah, we did. We got free water. Christine, funny you say that because that is exactly what I told everyone. I was like, hey, if the tornado comes our way, the interior room is, well, first of all, we have a closet. We have a closet. And then we have the pantry. Okay, the pantry is an interior room. And then we have the under the stairs. Not under the stairs in Avery's little nook, but in the little section before you get there. That's about it. So it will have to all go to the pantry, but we'll have food there. Oh my gosh. Water table where, yeah, we can't have a basement here. I don't see how that's possible. No, no, but we were all safe. We were all safe. All right, you guys, first of all, thank you for being here on my page. As always, I appreciate y'all more than you could possibly ever know. There are 3 links that you will find down by the comments. It says write a comment. You'll see like a little star. Stars are never required. They're appreciated, but never required. Please don't ever feel like you ever have to obligate yourself to that. Facebook gives people like us who have Facebook pages options for people to support us in multiple ways, but they are never required, okay? Just like a purchase is never necessary, stars are never required, inspiration is always free. But right beside that star, you're gonna either see something that looks like a chain or 3 dots. And if you click those 3 dots, it's gonna pull up the links that I have in this video, okay? And one of them is going to be to the Floral Quilt Square. The second one is going to be to our clearance collection. So today I added all of our patriotic to the clearance. I recounted inventory that was on the shelf from like spring, Easter, Valentine's. I don't know how we get, my count is always off, but it's off. So there's only a few of certain things in there if you wanted to stock up on that. And then we added all of our patriotic so that we can get that shelf cleared, because we need to use that shelf for inventory for fall, Halloween, and Christmas. So we're going to have all 3 of those seasons on our shelves here very soon, because we've already started cutting fall. We're about to start cutting Halloween and we need somewhere to put it. So go take advantage of the clearance. Everything in the clearance collection is marked 50% off. You cannot stack a coupon code with that other than free ship, okay? So you can't use summer 20 and get like 70% off. You can't combine those two. But it will let you take 50% off of the price, which is what's shown there. It's automatic. You don't even need a code. And then use free ship if your order is over $125. And then if you're not getting clearance and you want to be able to apply 20% off, you can use code SUMMER20. SUMMER20, so you can get 50% off. SUMMER20. We have our weekly deals. Also, there's so many savings right now happening in the shop. So for this kit in particular, this is the Floral Quilt Square. I think it's so precious and adorable. And you could do this up for any season you like, any color combination. It would make an awesome gift for someone. And it's just fun. You can make it kind of vintagey and really cute. But if you use the code SUMMER20, you're going to get this one 20% off. So this one's not on sale, but you can use code SUMMER20. Your glasses are at my house. Girl. How? Where? I'm not blurry on my end. So, well, you're coming over tomorrow. So do you need them for work? I mean, I don't know if you need them. And if you need them, I can like bring them to you. I mean, you text me and tell me what you need. All right, so here's what I was thinking. Ever kept taking them off. They're on your side table. Oh, okay. Well, if you need them, we can figure that out. If you don't need them, I will go get them and put them in a safe place. You got a message telling you their orders are on the way. Teresa, I'm so glad to hear that they are on the way to you. Bravo. Thank you for your purchase. I appreciate your support. All right, you guys. So let me show you what we're going to do. Now, your feedback in this might be great. Here's why. I'm not a seamstress. I am not a person who quilts. I don't do any of those things. So I like artistry. I like painting and doing things like that. Sometimes I enjoy like I really do enjoy the thrill and adventure of a good puzzle. Okay. So I did put this together. And as you can see, there's a photo in the shop that shows you how it goes together. So your pieces are going to come all separated. And what I did is I started with the corners. And when we put this back together, I'll show you what I did. This is super duper cute. So what I was thinking is I have this napkin and it's already been peeled, like it's already separated. I have this sliver of the napkin left. So we have 5 out of the 6 squares. And it's such a beautiful napkin. I think this is one of April's favorite napkins, which is my sister. This is what it looks like. It is so pretty, very pretty. And I want to incorporate this on this craft kit, okay? Now, I did pull these colors that I think are gonna work. Let me just fold this over so you guys can see the colors that I chose. All right, so I chose, of course, white because it's gonna help the napkin really pop. And then I also picked midnight blue because there's that navy blue color in there. And I really feel like that was a good choice. There's a pink, this almost like a corally pink in here. I don't know if you can see that. See, there's like it's like a richer pink and then there's like a lighter pink. I think I can take this and use it with some white and kind of tone it down just a little bit. Or just go ahead and go with the darker, like the darker color. Like I don't want to do like dark on dark on dark, but I really also want like a soft kind of feel. And then I also pulled this green. So this pink is vintage pink, which we did that on our Jeep. We did the Jeep, the vintage pink. This is celery green. And I picked this shade of green because you can see in the leaves, the little details of the leaves are greens, but I feel like there's a lot of green and I don't want to add too much green. So I was like, well, we could do these green, maybe these stems green, something like that. I don't really know. Do little pops of pink in some places. But I was really thinking, okay, now this is where I need you to like chime in with help me understand how we should do this, okay? Pattern wise, okay, if this was an actual quilt square, where would you put the pattern and solids? That's where my struggle is. Like, do you put the patterns on the outsides or do you work them on like the insides? Is it like here that you, like where would you put a pattern with solids? Or would you do like the pattern and pattern solid? Would we do like a pattern and then like a pattern? Like this is where I'm really confused on where you would mix in a pattern with the solid colors, which are these colors, okay? So let's keep that in mind. We have white, we have blue, green, pink, white, and then we have this napkin pattern. So this is going to be the vibe of this, okay? Solid squares is where I put the pattern. Okay, opposite triangles. So let me I don't really turn around. It's gonna look the same regardless because it's all the same pattern. So I was thinking, okay, flower parts. So put the pattern. Okay, this is where we're going to do this. Okay, I'm going to pull these out. So this is what we're brainstorming. So I'm going to pull out just on this portion what we think we're going to do for a pattern. Okay, so I've got everyone said petal for the pattern. Okay, lots of people said pattern on the flowers. Okay, so pattern on the flowers. Okay, I'm going to pull all these out. And these are super easy to pull out. Okay, now where else would we put a pattern? Because now we've got a pattern here. I feel like there's a break here, but then I'm like, do we do like this part with a pattern? Opposite triangles of the square. So this is like a square here. Okay. Does the middle flowers come out? These are petals, but they also could be like leaves. Like a leaf. Do you see like a leaf on the stem? So that is a leaf. These pattern on this. Okay, pattern, 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 triangle that you had up should be pattern. This, if this is going to be pattern, 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 you see now what is going to touch these pattern pieces. So now should we do these? I feel like a pattern on the outside might look funny. I'm gonna stay, that's not much surface for a pattern. I know, that's where I was thinking, should we do this, like this whole section here? So this is my thought. Should we do it like take this and then keep these like a pattern and then do colors? Or should we do pattern, pattern? Yes, what I said, it's delayed, so I'm trying to follow along. So yes, here. Okay. Barb's like, I'm lost. Me too, I'm trying to figure it out. So let's pull these out right here. Okay, I'm gonna leave my little doohickey behind. Okay, so this is gonna be a pattern. Let me pull this out. center diamond. That's where I was thinking it's going to be too much of a pattern. That's what I was thinking. It's going to be too much of a pattern. Like, that's going to be a lot of pattern, a chunky pattern right there. So that isn't too much. I'm just going to go with the idea. Okay, let's just pull this. Let's pull these out. Because then it's going to help us visualize where there's something missing, that there's a pattern. Okay, put this back in. Oh, I do actually think that's going to be cute. Pull this out. So pattern, pattern, pattern. I'm wigging it on this one, y'all. Wait a second. I'm looking at my video, and I'm gonna take a wipe, and this is where I think we should do the pattern. Okay, hang on. Because if I get it wet, we'll be able to see it. Okay, if we did the flowers, I feel like a centralized block, for me, I don't like. So if we did this one, 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 and this one, I feel like that should be a pattern. These. That should be the napkin pattern. And then do a pattern, a little pattern on this little piece here. And then pattern, 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 pattern. What do we think of that? Because I'm trying to imagine, I'm looking at my own photo over here because I can't really tell over there because there's comments. And when I look at it, I struggle. But if I'm looking, you know, look at how, I'm able to like see what it looks like. Okay. Yeah, where I did the little wet spots, I feel like that little burst, I feel like it goes. So let's do, that. I feel like I'm just gonna like that better. I don't know why I'm struggling to like get the feel for this. This one's a little bit of a challenge. I feel like we could still do a pattern on here, but maybe not. We should do white with pink. Blue or white with green. So white, 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 blue, pink, green, white, blue, white, pink, green. I don't know. out. We'll figure it out. Okay, I think I have an idea of what I want to do though. Okay, now that I can like visualize this, it's seeing it with pieces missing to help you see these portions right here in that pattern. It's like a distinct quilt pattern. Linen is my favorite napkin too. Look at another real pattern and then get the idea. I tried looking on Pinterest for quilt ideas and I couldn't find anything that was similar. It's okay. We're gonna wing it. We're gonna wing it. It'll be fine. It'll be great. So I'm gonna put all these pieces in. So this is what I recommend you guys do when you go to paint this. If you ordered this kit, which I know some of you guys already did, and when you get it, first of all, I want to see what you do with yours. I'm dying to see what you guys do with this one. And I'm going to give this away when we're done crafting tonight. So stick around because that's my appreciation to you guys. We haven't done a Friday night crafting and gifting in a while. So I wanted to do that and just say thank you guys for supporting my business, doing all the things. I appreciate all more than you possibly know. All right, so I'm gonna pop out these right here. These are the ones, well, maybe. These are the ones that we are going to do the pattern on. Let's put this back in there. All right, now shimmy it back in. It is easier to work with when you put it together. I will say that. Get back in there. Get back in there. There we go. All right, so we're gonna do that one. This one. This one. Oh, that's gonna be really pretty. This one. So I'm gonna go ahead and decoupage these so that I have them already completely done. All right. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my page. Actually, I have a quilt that was making my son and daughter-in-law before she passed away from cancer 2 years ago. It is similar to this pattern. That is so awesome. Well, first, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry for your loss. Okay, so I'm gonna do the pattern on those sections there. Okay, let's put this aside. Oh, let me put my flower back in that little spot. So what I was saying before is it's really helpful to go ahead and like put the quilt square together unfinished and then do piece by piece, okay? You're a night owl. I am too. I am too, obviously. And I'm drinking coffee. Margie says she doesn't have, I don't have a clue either. I had a bunch of people ask for more quilt square styles. And so I'm like, I don't really know. So let's figure that out. So that's what we're doing. All right. So I got my Mod Podge. Oh, thank you for the super sale. Well, listen, hey, thank you for helping me clear the shelves of, so we've been batch cutting and like doing, like loading our shelves with inventory to pull from. So sometimes whenever like companies like stock inventory that will order from a company, we manufacture our own stuff. So we started since we've been at the new place doing what we call batch cutting. So we will run like 2 machines and we will batch cut a whole bunch of inventory and we will load it on the shelves, because one of the things that was one of our challenges was keeping inventory on the shelves. Everything would sell out super fast and we would have to, you know, try to cut it really quickly, get it, you know, all the things done. And so I was like, yeah, we need to start going ahead and just batching. Let's just go ahead and fill the shelves, fill the bins, get some inventory like we were to order from a company. So we just decided to start manufacturing it. So that's what we did. And so this is like a leftover inventory because we're not going to be cutting anymore. So whatever's in those bins, when it says sold out, it's sold out. So when it's sold out, it's sold out. All right, so we're going to, oh, I need some wax paper. Hello, Sandra. How's it going? You love late night crafting? Let me tell you. So last night, Avery stayed the night. American Quilt Show in Paducah. Ah, that sounds familiar. Isn't that by Bella the Barnes? Isn't that... Why do I feel like that sounds familiar? Isn't Bella the Barnes over by that way? Or maybe Brooke? So, that town sounds familiar. You would watch me craft next Thursday when you're crafting your June monthly box. Your sub postal lady lost it and they're not going to replace it. Okay, first of all, we don't have any left. They're all sold out. You have insurance on your package and they should be they're responsible for you to file you need to file a claim and they need to honor their insurance policy. They lost it, they need to take care of that and they need to reimburse you for every bit of that. And I would make sure that they know in the email that you were sent, and I can send you a copy of that. I can send you a copy of that. Send me an email and I can go get it and send you the copy with the link to your tracking number in case you can't find it. And you need to file a claim, and yeah, there is something they can do about that because that is absolutely unacceptable. The quilt show all the time. I've never heard of the quilt show. Didn't know there was a such thing. I mean, if there's craft shows, I'm sure there's quilt shows. All right, we're going to use this brush right here to paint on our Mod Podge so that we're not using too much. All right, so we are going to paint white. Did I do, this is white paint, right? I did the white paint. Yeah, that's white paint. Yeah, that's white. That's paint. I'm like, did I already pour the Mod Podge? I don't think so. All right, so we're going to paint these with a sponge and we're going to brush on our Mod Podge. Okay, so let me get some tape. I feel like that would be so much better. Where's my tape? Where's my tape? It's behind me. Hold on, y'all. Shoot. I got it. I got my tape. We're gonna tape these. It's gonna make it go a little bit easier. Oh, Paducah is where Brooke's having her retreat in September. Yeah, I can't go to the retreat in September. We're gonna use this. I'm gonna go ahead and tape my paper down also. Just go ahead and tape it just so it doesn't move. Well, that was a pretty large piece because it likes to shift on me. All right, that should be good now. All right, let's put these on. Just like so. Let's do them together. Try to maximize our taped area. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm gonna use a sponge and we're gonna dab around, dry it, and then we're going to Mod Podge our napkin. So the white is going to make that napkin really pop on here, and I think it's going to be so cute. You could use fabric on these too. Super cute. Am I still considering doing an event? I thought you were going home and going to bed. You said you were going home and going to bed. Why do I read her comments? Okay, so I said, okay, let me just back it up. Back that truck up just a second. Halt, reverse. Hold, please. I think what I said was I want to go to Brooke's event, be a presenter in front of, like, for the first time really in my entire life of like being in front of a, like there's 200 people going to be at Brooke's event, okay? And I have to teach them the craft that we're doing, okay? So I need to like, yeah, like if I can get through that experience, okay, which I feel like is way more challenging than something that would be my own, okay? I feel like I would feel comfortable making a decision to like commit to something like that, okay? Not saying I won't do it because it's not about me, but that's where I'm gonna dry this while I talk. The thing that makes me super nervous is that the events are not about the presenter. Events are geared towards the experience of the person attending, okay? They're coming there to gain an experience, no matter what it is. And I have this mindset, okay? It's that mindset that we have to like erase. That you don't want to be the person who causes or is the reason why someone doesn't have a great time. And I also am very, very aware that I have no concept of time. And so I would literally need someone to be like, you have 35 minutes. And then everyone attending would need to be aware that someone's going to be like, Amber, you have 15 minutes left. Speed it up, chick. And I'm like, oh God, okay. Like, so when you know that you have all these things that are challenges for you and you know that people are like, they're paying to come to an event or an experience where you don't even know how to like be. So I don't feel like I'm even to a point in my life where I am at an adequate place to lead that. So I need to go and figure out how I can overcome some of these challenges. Just saying. So I am very aware. I am probably more overly aware. And that's my thing. It's like I don't want to disappoint people. I don't want to let people down. I don't want them, like, I don't want to. And then how do you tell people, hey, I'm going to have this like super awesome, fun, exciting like thing that we're going to do. And it's going to be like a couple days and we're going to do all this stuff. And then it's going to be so fantastic. But by the way, can you read this disclaimer down here that you're completely aware that I have no idea what the heck I'm doing? But these things cost money, so we have to pay for them. So it's not like you could come for free, you know, like come to my thing that's going to cost money that I don't, Now listen to what I just said come out of my mouth publicly to you guys, and then imagine what I have said to myself that y'all don't know. Like, Amber, you have no business doing this. You have no idea. You need to take a class. First of all, you need to learn how to just talk and craft at the same time. Like, do you need a timer? Do you need something like going on? You need an assistant? Like, hey sis, like, get your dryer, get your mop. Like, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. And so I just feel like I'm a mess. I'm too much of a mess to be presenting anything. So I would love to do that. I would love to craft with so many people and there be no expectations of, like, I don't want to say like no expectations, but like this understanding that like you get better over time, and I do know that. It's the overthinking things too. That's the other part, is the overthinking. You know, you overthink it. Just don't overthink it. So I would love to do that. I think it would be so much fun. And I think the really cool part is that most people are like, oh, I would love to meet, you know, my favorite people and people who inspire me. And that is so awesome. And I have to get past my inner fears and my magnifying glass of like hyper focusing on my own problems, so to realize that I have so many awesome people that I would absolutely enjoy meeting. Like, so many people are like, oh, I would love to meet so-and-so. Like, I don't think most people realize what it's like when you meet other people and you get to hear their story. You get to, like, I don't know, it's just different. And it's really exciting too, because most people don't realize that it's like, I have emails, text messages, I have comments, I have messenger messages from so many people who share their feedback of what they've taken from something that we've done here on my Facebook page, or just like in life in general. And what's fascinating to me is the amount of people who don't realize that we are here, like, serving each other. Like, it's not just like a one person thing. Like, we all have a, like, we all serve each other in some capacity. And so I'm inspired by all of you guys. I'm encouraged by all of y'all, like, more than, you know, most people would even imagine. And I just, you know, I think it's just fantastic. But my sister, she, I don't think she does realize what it takes to put on an entire event. It is a lot. It is a huge commitment. It is a lot. And I'm going to switch this around so that we have this, other color in here too on this one. It's a lot. She's done some stuff for Costco, so she has more experience than I do, but won't be occupied with reading text. No, I'll be reading facial expressions. Tilly, you are already able to watch that. You're already there. Yeah, if you use the chat commands, you can turn on your notifications by doing !, notify, and it will turn on notifications for when I go live. Okay, so we're going to go to the next little section. Maybe, if I can cut it. Y'all, it's sticking to my tape. I didn't think about that. It's okay. So I want to go to Brooke's event. I want to do my presentation there. I want to make sure that I don't throw up. Okay, because if I throw up, I'm definitely going to be like, yeah, I'm need to see a doctor for that. I've had people ask me to like do speaking engagement. Yeah, I just have like said, no, thank you. I'm not interested. I'm not a speaker. None of those things. But and these are, I don't know. I just can't. I don't know. I just feel like maybe I'm just not ready. But how do you get ready? Unless you challenge yourself and do those things. So I said I would do Brooke's event. And I'm doing it scared. So it's the first time I've said yes to something like this. We'll see how it... Is anyone going to Brooke's retreat? Like her crafting, her like Refab Live? If you're going to Refab Live, please let me know. Because then I can at least know someone, okay? Besides Brooke and Nicole. Because Nicole from Afraid Not, she's going to be presenting too. You gotta let me know. Ooh, you can't make it? That's okay. Your daughter and you will be there. Wendy, okay. I'm gonna write your name down. Wendy. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. I need a piece of paper. I'm gonna get me some wax paper. I'm not gonna forget this. I'm gonna be like looking for Wendy and her daughter. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Wendy, what was her last name? LeBlanc. Not kidding. Let me actually use my paint pen because I can barely see it. I don't want it to disappear. That's silver. That's not right. Y'all may think I'm crazy doing this, but I mean it. Where's it at? It's in Florida. Right? Gulf Shores? Is it in Gulf Shores? It's your birthday weekend. Well, Wendy's gonna be there and I'm gonna find her. I'll be like, Wendy. Oh, Alabama. It's in Alabama. That's right. Y'all, it makes me nervous because then I'm like, where is Gulf Shores? I should know better. All right, we're doing the Mod Podge thingy. Just pretend it's all of you guys. I mean, yeah. I'm going to pretend that the funny thing is like, I have to like meet people to remember their faces. Right now, I just kind of remember names and like chat bubble faces. And a lot of people's chat bubbles are not themselves. It's like their dog or like their, you know, their favorite flower, something. How do you get rid of these ads? You can't because Facebook is in charge. Facebook is in charge. Facebook does what Facebook wants nowadays, and I've tried. They don't always show them, but they show them when they feel like it. Let's see. There we go. So Facebook's slowly but surely, I don't know if you guys have seen on Reels, Facebook is showing ads everywhere. YouTube does the same thing now. I think you can hide an ad and it won't show you that ad anymore. Oh no. No. Listen, I am more comfortable being on a live video. I could do this in my sleep. I was super nervous years and years and years and years ago. And then I kind of overcame that. And like I got a little bit better. I'm not saying I'm 100% better, but I got a little bit better. And now I'm okay with being on like a live video. Before I was like super nervous. Y'all should go watch my old videos. You should go watch the old ones. It's so bad. So bad. And I thought I was actually pretty decent back then. I was like, I didn't do too bad. But no, it was pretty bad. My problem is not this experience being here, which I used to get super duper nervous because I was like, oh my gosh, there's this many people. And imagine if that many people was like in a room and they're all like watching you. The problem right now is I can't see any of you guys at all. You could see me. You can see my facial expressions and my eyebrows having their own like moment. And all the things, okay? The hand gestures, the silent thinking, like just, it is what it is. Y'all can see all that. I can't see none of what y'all be doing. I can't misread people's expressions, none of that. So the good part is that I don't see y'all. Now put 200 people with faces in a room, and I've had this experience before where I'm like, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't, like, their facial expression could mean that they're like, are they trying to exit the conversation? Are they, it's reading people's body language and knowing appropriate, like move along, sis. Move along, sis. Like knowing what to do. That's my problem. Your granddaughter loves my voice. That is very sweet. I don't like my voice. I don't like my voice, but I don't know what your granddaughter's name is, but that's very sweet. Oh. My face speaks for my mouth. I mean, sometimes mine does. Imagine everyone naked. I try to imagine that everyone, like I've tried to tell myself, imagine that everyone is like, so one of the things that I learned was that not everyone knows all the things that you know. So assume that people don't know what you're sharing, okay? So don't, so one of the things I've had to try to learn to do better is not say things in a way that is assuming that people should know stuff. I did not think that people would still ask me why I stain things first, because I feel like I've done it for so many years and for so long. And then when somebody asks me, I'm like, are they serious? Are they just like toying with me? And then I realized that there are people who probably legitimately have no clue. They have no clue. Maybe they've never crafted or painted. Maybe that's never been like anything that's been interesting to them. And then all of a sudden they decide that it's interesting. And they they don't know all the things. So that was one tip that someone gave me, is assume that everybody knows nothing. And even if they know it, share it anyways, because there's always going to be one person that's going to take something away from it. And that has always been one of the reasons why I know a lot of people don't like when I repeat things or say things a lot of times, because each video is different for a different audience and a different group of people. And so a lot of it is like the same repetitious instruction. Like, I'm going to sand this, I'm going to do this. And it's like, of course I'm going to sand it. You know, like, why do you paint that white first? Because if I don't, that napkin's not going to pop on there. And now it's super bright. So if I was to put it on, let me show you. Let me pull a piece up really quick and I'll show you the difference. If I was to take this napkin and put it on to this, you can kind of see there's a difference in it's got a different hue. You can, and if I wet that in Mod Podge on, it's going to have that yellow undertone. This keeps it really bright white like the napkin was to start with. So you just learn little things and, you know, you just think that, oh, everyone just knows to do that. So I don't know. It's just stuff I've tried to learn and apply, you know, as we go. But we have another troll. Did that mistake not painting it first. Philip's back? Stop it. Oh, Philip. How do I block you? I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Hang on. I think I have to do it over here. So I blocked Philip. He's gone. He's gone. Do you still paint the napkin white, like perhaps another color of paint? So what I've learned, okay, so a couple of things come to mind when you ask that question. Darker colors don't really require you to do like an undercolor. It's when you get into like a white or like a super pastel pink or a pastel yellow, like a super pastel. When you get into the pigment of, this is very transparent, so it's very light colored. So when you have a white or a lighter color and you saturate that and you get it moist or wet, it becomes a little transparent. And so I will actually show you an example on, let me show you an example on something. Let me move this out of the way. Let's just learn, let's just answer this question really quick. So I have this back right here. And I'm going to do these colors that we're using today, okay? And this is a white, and I'm gonna use this blue, and I'm just gonna put blue, green, pink, and white. And I'm gonna put the napkin all the way across this, and you're gonna see what happens with the different colors and why that makes sense. So, antique wax is really, yeah, I love antique wax, but I would clear coat it with something because the wax will absorb, like if you're gonna antique wax over this. Or are you talking about doing it first? You could do it first. I don't see why not. Let me get a paintbrush. I'm going to show you on this back right here. So I'm going to start. This will just be on the, it's going to be the stand. So it doesn't really matter. Also, staining first deepens the color. Just going to go ahead and do this to where it actually covers the whole thing. So the lighter undercolor of this wood really changes if you stain it first. So let me try that really quick. Let me do that. I'm just gonna add a dab of brown, and we're gonna stain that with, just gonna rub this on, and then we're gonna take the blue over this so you guys can kind of see with that brush back. All right, so I'm gonna wipe this back. So now this is brown. So that's stained. I'm gonna dry that. And over that, we're gonna do this blue. Just a little, not a lot of it, just a little. And you can see that there's going to be a color difference just in how it dries, the pigment. I'm doing it right up against that blue that I didn't stain. So this has got the stain, this does not. I don't remember what video we did this before. We just need to do a video of like an example of like all the different techniques. When I was at Mastermind, Damon was like, you need to do classes. You need to do like classes, specific things to like teach people things. And I was like, I probably should. Probably should. All right, let's try that. So now you can see without stain, with stain, brown. And it's just brown. When I say staining, it's just brown, and I wipe it off and it just kind of gives it a wood stained look. It's like a richer, deeper color. Then you put that pigmentation over that and it completely changes it. So if you don't stain your wood pieces, this is what you're going to get with that midnight blue. If you stain it brown, you're going to get a richer, deeper blue, and it's the same one coat of blue over that brown. Okay, now we're gonna go and we're gonna do the pink. Okay, so we're gonna do pink, which is that vintage pink, and I'm gonna show you the brown and then not like no stain, and you'll see. All right, so we're gonna take this and we're gonna go over the top of this brown, just like so. And then we're gonna go right over the top of this. And let me dry this. There's a little, you can see a little difference. Not too much. I mean, you can notice it. You can definitely notice that there's an undercolor to this part right here, and then there's not. Like, I don't know if you guys can see. Just see the line, you can see it. Like, this has got a little bit of a shadowy, and this is more solid and smooth and really true to color. But you can kind of see just a little transition there. Now we're gonna do the green, and then we're gonna put a napkin, and then we're gonna do a little white, just a little bit of white. Let's do this green. And let's do white. I'm gonna clean out my brush. That seems pretty good. Let's do a little white. Right there. Really trying not to get that green mixed in there. Okay, so we have all these different colors here. Let's dry it. Now we're going to take our Mod Podge and we're going to apply it to our stand. It's going to be like a little mosaic thing on the back side. We don't want too much. We want just enough. Kind of see my colors. All right, now we're going to take this and we're going to Mod Podge our napkin right onto here. And you're going to see the difference in what happens if you add different colors to the same napkin. But of course, this napkin has a white background. So this doesn't have a colored background. It doesn't have a yellow or like a green or nothing like that. Just a white background. I feel like it dried a little quick on me. Let's cut this. This back is going to be so interesting. Did I get paint on my napkin? Of course I did. Oh, of course I did. It's okay. You just want to use that little section. So this is what you have. Now, sometimes you can take your water and saturate it and then dry it. So you saw what it was dry. And this is what it looks like when you dry your napkin after you spray it. Oh, I see Damon. Damon, did you see? There is Chatbot. There's the Chatbot. You get on your computer and you go to your live studio setup area. There's little options over on the side you can choose from to utilize. So sometimes the blue, like the adding the water works pretty well, but you can see this is the pink, that's that darker blue area, this is that lighter blue. You can kind of see where it's definitely like a lot lighter blue. You have that pink, then that green, and then you have that white. actually, let me sand off this little edge here so you guys can see it. So the goal is for you to experiment and figure out like what you like. So even though this napkin has a white background, I could have painted it pink and made the whole napkin like a pink background. Or green. The green would have been really pretty too. I like the green too. I wish I would have done more green because I think that would be really pretty. Go through, sand off all the things. You like the pink? Yeah, the pink is pretty. So this is gonna be our back. We're just gonna use this as our back. It's just gonna be the pattern side. So now we'll have a cute little back for our quilt, like our quilt square. But the goal is for you to like experiment. Get you some napkins, especially like the ones with the white backgrounds. And if you have a few napkins that you can craft with, try and see what the outcome is. So this is what it looks like. So we've got the white, the green, that vintage pink, but right here to here is got that brown undertone, and then this has got the brown undertone. It's like the brown stain area. Then it's got like the light blue. The light, so you can see the darker the color, it's a little bit harder to get it to be, you really see the white of the napkin kind of show through, and you don't really see a lot of that color. You see some of it. Be really cool for like a distressed look. But these lighter colors, like the pink and the green, and then of course white, maybe yellow, they really do come through in a more of an authentic way. This just seems kind of questionable. Like the darker you go, you're gonna have that combination of that paper and the color underneath. So just like that. Just like so. All right. It is pretty. So now we kind of learned something. So the question was like, all the things. What if it's a different color, or you use a different color, or you know, whatever. So hopefully that helps. I don't have a color, like a colored napkin. My napkin has a white background. So Philip's back again. I blocked him. Yeah, completely go block him. Okay. Now we learned all the things. Well, some of the things. All right, I'm gonna stick these pieces in my quilt square. I just wanna see how they turned out. Let me put my thing back together here. Come on. Go back together. Go back together. Together. Let me get my square back together. Come on. I picked it up and they all shifted on me. Come on. Go back. There we go. I pushed this side too far. I am not redoing all of this. I just put it together. Go back in. I'm literally making an absolute mess of this. Go. We can fix you once you're down. There we go. Okay. So let's scoot you over, and we're gonna start putting our little pieces inside here. Oh, that's so pretty. That's gonna be so beautiful. Let's make it look decent. Go back in. No, this is not as hard as it looks. Just, it's not as hard as it looks. Just, I need to get my little pieces back in there. All right, put you back. Now let's stick you in here. Oh, no. This one goes there. Let's put our circle back. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, put this one. Go. Scooch. Scooch. This one. Nope. That one goes there. That one goes there. And this one goes right here. I think. Ah, there we go. Okay, y'all, that only took 12 years. Okay, I like the choice we made for this one. And so I think what we should do is do, I really feel like these should be done, or the petals and the circle, but it's very pretty. Very, very pretty. It looks like fabric. It really does. I like the pattern of this napkin. Okay, so quilters. Again, this is where I'm just trying to figure this out. Do you stop there with a pattern, or is it okay to do like a pattern on the flower, a pattern on the flower? Is it too much pattern to do? Is that too much pattern? Pattern? Not on the petal. Well, maybe on the petal. Do the inside square. Okay, let's do the inside square. I'll take your advice on that one. Let's do the inside square. Let's do that. Let's start there. And we'll figure out the rest. Quilter's choice. I don't know. Not a quilter. I'm a crafter. I'm a painter, crafter, maker, doer, not a quilter. Not a quilter. So let's do this. Hold on. What if we did the green? The green. Oh, the leaves a solid color. But if we do the green and we do the leaves green, but I was thinking, what if we do this green and we don't like it? Okay, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do the green. Listen, it's experimentation. It's still gonna be pretty. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Did I have I'm gonna just use a sponge for this, because let's put these on here. I'm just gonna do it. You know, I feel like we just can't go wrong. Thing is, there's not that much of a mega pattern on here. Like, it's just kind of a subtle. It's worth a shot. All right, let's see what happens. I don't think we have much to lose. There's my brush. All right, let's get us some Mod Podge. The Mod Podge is kind of drippy. All right, let's put it on. Spray it. Oh, nope, let's cut it, then spray it. Because I don't want to spray my whole napkin. Get that out the way. Now let's dry it. The only sad thing is there's more of like a greenery than like a flower print on this. So it's got subtle color and not a lot of that little popping color there. Which I probably could have moved it over a little bit. But I think it's gonna be cute. Why is there two Cheryl Millers? I don't know. I think there's two Cheryl Millers. I actually think there's a couple of Cheryl Millers. I mean, Miller's a pretty common name. Could be wrong. I don't have a nail file here. I should have burned it. I don't have a lighter either. It's okay. We got it. I'm just curious to see how this looks. Don't let it shift this time. We may not like it at all. It's different. That's for sure. Just give it a chance. Give it a chance. I feel like the white should have like a white center. Like draw your eye back inward to the lighter color. I mean, it's cute. It's different. It's definitely different. I think maybe whoever said that it was too many patterns, maybe I think you're a quilter. Maybe you know. First of all, I think that sometimes there's just too much is never enough of something, but then I'm like, oh, I mean, I kind of feel like it's too much. It's just too much. Never too many patterns. I mean, I kind of feel that way too. I do think it would have shown up better, but I like that it's kind of subtle. So I think we should do a blue ring. Pink and white, blue and white. So keep it like, we'll experiment. We'll experiment. But now I'm like, what should we do with the flower? I feel like there's a lot of pattern happening here and like no pattern, no pattern, no pattern, no pattern. Like maybe, I don't know. I feel like, we'll see how it goes. I just got to get a visual. I'm going to start with the middle and work my way out. All right. So I'm thinking, oh gosh, there's supposed to be green stems too. Okay, let me regroup on my thoughts here. All right, let's get this stuff out of the way. All right, let me do the center. I said white. Let's do the center white. Let's go ahead and knock that out because I feel like it needs to be white. Go ahead and do the white thing. Let's dry it and put it back in. Then I think these should also be white. I'm thinking something like that. I could be wrong. I had a wedding ring quilt too. Okay. My first marriage, I had a wedding ring quilt. My second marriage, no. I don't know who gave me the wedding ring quilt, but I had one in my first marriage. And that ended in a divorce. Not saying that that's the case for everyone. I'm just saying it's the case for me. And there's that. Okay, so we got a white center. Super cute. Let's do a blue ring. And we're gonna stain it brown. Yours is a graduation gift? I guess it's just a saying and not necessarily like a wedding ring, like for a wedding. I want this to be like the darker blue, so I'm gonna stain it brown first because we know what happens when you do that. It makes it richer. Okay, let's dry. I'm gonna get a sponge. Maybe the dark and the green. I was thinking that too. Maybe adding a little bit of like a darker color or getting a different green. Yes, I agree. Let's do the blue. I'm gonna take and cut this in half. We don't need the whole thing. All right, so let's take our little sponge and go around. Oh, this is gonna be so pretty. All right, let's try it. So white in the middle. Blue around. I'm literally winging it. Take that out, put that in, put that back. Okay, I like that. I think I like how that's happening. Okay, so do we have to do the stems green? Let's do these pink, because I was already feeling the pink. So let's go ahead and pull this for the pink. And then we'll decide what we want to do with our little doodads there. I'm telling you, this is the easiest way for me to paint this, is to pull the pieces out and just kind of explore it. All right, so we're gonna do pink. I didn't really see too much of a difference staining it brown, so we're just gonna go ahead and not do that. So let's just paint it pink. And I'm gonna put pink on my plate and use the sponge. This little sponge right here. This little like half sliver. I think that's gonna be really pretty. On the stems, what on the stems? I probably missed your comment. I don't know what you mean. Like, tell me what you mean. Like, on the stems. Pink on the stems? It's a puzzle. No, it's a quilt. It's 2 in 1. It is 2 in 1. It is. It is 2 in 1. Listen, I think that these are great brain activity games. It's not really a game, but I think it's a great brain activity. It gets you thinking and like troubleshooting and problem solving. And I think that like, look how distracted we are from life. Well, dark green on the stems. Oh, stain them brown. Yes. Yes. Stain them brown. Who said that? Who said that? I'm loving that idea. Patty, loving the idea. I'm going to try it. Sheila said the same thing. Then I'm done for. You are not. You are not. Oh my goodness. You are not done for. Come back to all the things. Okay. I kind of like the brown stem idea. I'm going to try it. Try it. You'll like it. Does anybody have kids that watched Yo Gabba Gabba, or grandkids that watched Yo Gabba Gabba? There was one Yo Gabba Gabba that Caden loved. Caden was my kid that watched the Yo Gabba Gabba. And it was, try it, you'll like it. I'm pretty sure that you could probably find the video on YouTube somewhere. And I absolutely despise that episode. I despise the whole show. The whole show. Because it was on repeat at my house. Try it, you'll like it. Try it, you'll like it. Because they only had these one-liner like songs, jingles. The whole song was like 3 minutes of try it, you'll like it. It was like all the fruits and vegetables, like try it, you'll like it. Then it showed them like tomatoes, try it, you'll like it. And then it was like peas, try it. Like they never said anything else. Sand the pink a little. I think I might. We'll come back to that. So let's stain these little stems next, because I feel like we need to do that just to see how we like it. Try it, you'll like it. Is that thing even on the air? Any more Yo Gabba Gabba? Avery loves Bluey. I'm so sorry. She was outside. She was outside. We were talking about the pool, talking about like the pool people and like something that the pool people had, or the concrete people or something. Anyways, they end up getting concrete and sand and a bunch of gunk in the water. She was standing. She's not allowed to leave the back patio, like the back porch. She knows. She's super smart. Can someone come get me so that I can get a closer look? She knows. She knows to ask. And we tell her, no, you cannot. And she's pretty much terrified at this point. Anyways, so she's out there, arm around the post out on our back patio, and she's just swinging around. And I think it was Dylan that was talking about like the pool, the concrete people, the pool, just the pool experience in general. And Avery goes, them cheeky little pool people, them cheeky little pool builders, them cheeky little concrete guys. And I was like, she's saying like cheeky. She watches Bluey and that's where she's picking this stuff up from. Like, how do you even, I'm like, I had to Google what cheeky was. What does that mean? It's like mischievous, I guess. I don't know. Apparently that's what it means. If we do blue, we have to stain it anyways. I just want to see what it looks like. Yeah, so she was like, them cheeky little pool builders. That's a British term. It is. You're on to Anna. British use the term cheeky a lot. Yeah. Well, I didn't know that. And then there was Avery. And she uses it. Sorry, I'm going to sand these just a little bit. I think it's just going to look better. Let me sand these just a smidge. I feel like they're a little dark. Bluey is from Australia. Really? I did not know that. Do Australians use the term cheeky? I mean, Americans don't. Well, my American granddaughter does. That looks better. That was a great idea. I like that idea. Stick it in there. That's really cute. Cocomelon, SpongeBob, Bluey, Rachel, yes. Paw Patrol. She did. She said cheeky little pool builders, cheeky little concrete guys, cheeky little pool people. Lots of English in Australia. Yeah, but I'm like, what's up with the cheeky? She hasn't taken swimming lessons, but she knows how to swim enough. Oh, she will be learning to swim. We've already had like the talk with her. Yeah. Okay, so here's where we are. Okay, so I'm thinking blue petals or blue leaves or white. Blue or white. Let's try and see. Let's try and see. Let's do the blue on one side, then we'll flip it over and we will do white. And we'll just see what we like. We need choices, we need options. Let's do blue, let's do white. Yellow petals, there's no yellow in the napkin. I mean, maybe there is. It looks like a quilt my mom made for my niece. I have to catch a replay. Good night. Good night. Let me look for a yellow really quick. Hang on. That's too bright. I mean, this one we could probably mix with some white. This one is bananas and cream. We'll see what the flowers look like. We might even do a yellow under the napkin. We shall see. We shall see. This is bananas and cream. It's a very bright yellow. I want to tone it down a little bit, so I'm going to add some white to it. Oh, that was goopy. That was kind of snotty. All right, let's see. Let me sand it. I'm not going to do a stain color under it, only if I did the blue. So let me sand this down and see if this still fits on the reverse. It does. Okay, so let's do the yellow. Pick it out of there. Let me mix the yellow up. Let's do, I'm gonna use a brush that's already kind of yucky. I want like a really subtle yellow. Oh, that's kind of pretty. See, like this yellow here, and then like the darker yellow. Like this is a lot lighter. I think we should try that. All right, let's get us a sponge and let's cut it. Let's try, let's see. That is kind of pretty. Okay, I think I like it. I think it's pretty. I like that the circle on the inside is like a darker color, and then we have like, and we can sand that and kind of distress it and make it look really cool. So let's go ahead and do these other petals, the yellow, and I think that it's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna sand them just because I sanded that other one. Sometimes sanding does change the way that it stains or like paints. And that was a great idea. I was kind of leery. I was like, I don't know about the yellow. But I like the yellow. That's a great choice. Great suggestion. Way to go. So I bounced it into the blue. I didn't mean to. Oh, my tape's not sticky anymore. Shoot. Well, that tape's kind of useless. Let's try it. It is looking really good. For me, it's the napkin for me. It's the napkin. Absolutely. Hands down, it's the napkin. Something about that print is just so stinking cute. It's very vintagey, super shabby chic. Super cute. All right, let's put that in there. And I also think to tie in the light brown, we should do the frame, the brown, like light wood. Okay. All right. So now we're at the point where it's like, okay, what do we do next? The yellow is very pretty. I can't remember where I got this napkin from. I want to say that I got it. It's a shabby chic. I want to say I got it at like Tuesday Morning or something. It's like a shabby chic. It was like, I don't know. It went in one of our napkin collections that we did, like our napkin bundles. And I only had like 2 of them left. And I've hoarded the napkin. We actually did this napkin on, if you remember the pumpkin topiary that we did, gosh, several years ago. This is one of those napkins that was like left over from that. We did this super cute shabby chic pumpkin topiary with the foam pumpkins. We used a paper towel holder. It was so adorable. It was really adorable. You tried finding that. Do circles under the flowers yellow. I was thinking of doing this. Okay, hear me out. Green on the other triangles, like these. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same dang gone thing. I was thinking the same thing. We're going to do the green. I'm going to pull this tape up because it is absolutely useless at this point. Let me get us a new piece. Where did I put that tape? Oh, it's right here. Sage. This is celery green. It's what it's called. It's called celery green. It's a really pretty green. Oh, gray. I was thinking too many colors. Y'all, I'm not a quilter, so I don't know what the vibe is for quilting of like do's and don'ts of quilting. So I was like, less is more. So I picked like 3 colors. I'm not kidding. Blue, pink, and green. I was like 3 colors. And then of course you have like the white. Like 3 colors. I mean, gray would be really good because you have a little bit of that green in the middle. I'm kind of not. I'm not sure. There were no rules in quilting. Really? Really? I don't want it tacky looking. You got me hooked on that American Dream peanut butter. Janet, My sister April ordered that for my husband. And let me tell you, it's so good. It's so good. It's simple. Like, it is simple. Sinful. I'm mixing a little white with the green, just a little, because I just want to tone it down just a smidge. Just don't want it as powerful as buzz. Let's just do it. What do we have to lose? Absolutely nothing, because it's going to be cute. Not even going to overthink it. I'm just going to do it. She said there's no rules in quilting, so there you go. That is instant permission right there. Sunflower butter? What? Sunflower butter. No, I'm gonna Google that. Is it healthy? You can't always paint over it. That is true. That is true. I feel like it's harder to fix a sewn quilt. You know? I just do. I feel like it's a little harder. I also feel like blue flowers would be really pretty too. Okay, we got to do something. Okay, we got to do something that makes sense. We got to do something that makes sense. Okay, so now we're nearing the edge. Okay. I have an idea. I want to go ahead and do the perimeter. Let's go ahead and do the perimeter. And I'm going to be very gentle when I pick this up so that I can put it right back. And we're going to do this stained. Sunflower butter also claims you sleep better at night. Really? We're gonna do the frame brown, and it's gonna look really good. American Dream, yeah. You gotta look it up. It's really good. Gonna go around it. It's gonna be great. What do you do with these butters? We eat them out of the jar. Like on a spoon. I don't really know what else to do with it. I don't know it. I don't know what anybody's done here but eat it. Like scoop it with a spoon and eat it. It's so good. You need nothing with it. You eat it off the spoon too? Yes. The yellow background covered with the napkin. Oh, do the flowers yellow? I'm kind of undecided, like the bigger part around it. Because we already have like a white napkin. Tried on crackers? No, we only had it. Oh, good on apples? I'm gonna order some more. I feel like there's a lot of pink around the center that's kind of prominent, and I feel like we need to incorporate some more navy blue. That's why I was thinking blue on the flowers or blue on the circle of the flower. Like a blue and yellow flower maybe. All right, let me sand this really quick. Let me just pull that off of there. Let me sand this. Blue on the flower. I was thinking the same thing. Oh, I went riding four-wheelers and now I feel like I've got I know I don't have a bug in my ear, but I'm just saying. It's like when you get that psychological creepy in your head and you're like, you think it's there, maybe it's there, you don't know if it's there. I'm listening. I don't hear anything. It's all in my head. Literally. Let me slide this over the top. Oh, that's really cute. That's looking so cute. Look at that. I'm listening to see if there was something like in there. Okay, so I need to do something that makes sense here, but I really feel like, okay, let me think. What if we did do a gray, like a super light gray, like the most subtle gray on the planet. I don't really have like a light, well, let me grab this color. I see one. I feel like it's got a blue undertone though. I mean, it's called Gray Sky. I got another one. Hold on. That's cobblestone. Or we could do like a peat, like I don't know. Like I like the light gray. I just don't know if I like these choices. Hold on, let me see. I'm definitely not that. What are you? That's slate gray. That's an awful dark gray. Not really. It's like do you see? These are like the only choices that I really have. And the cobblestone has got more of like a brown, like, I don't know, it's got, I just don't, teal? Really? I wasn't going that direction, but hold on. There is like a subtle bright blue. There's a subtle bright blue, but I mean, I can mix a blue with, I have this one. Oh, shoot. I have this one that I can mix. Okay. It's going to be between, I don't know if I like the blue. I kind of like the gray. I'm going to do the gray. I'm going to do the gray. I'm going to go with my comfort zone. And I know normally I don't do my comfort zone and I just like, do it. But I'm just going to go with the gray. Ooh, that was very watery. I'm going to do the gray. I'm going to add a little smidge of white. And I'm going to mix it. Probably need more white than that. Do a little more. Because it's going to dry darker. For sure. I think it's going to dry darker. Let's just see what happens. And I just totally mixed that paint right on top of here. All right, let's pop these out of here. That's these big pieces are going to be the gray. Hey, listen, if we don't like it, we'll figure that out. We can always fix it. Trial and error it is. A solid white would have been okay. Maybe. Let me set that aside. That is really, really, really pretty though. All right, let's do them. Let's do it. Yeah, it's like a puzzle, but it's a quilt square. Can always sand it too. You know, this is the part of things that it's like, I don't do a lot of these things. I definitely don't sew for sure. So doing things like this is a challenge and it's not always easy. So I enjoy not knowing the answers and just figuring it out, especially with all of you guys, because it truly helps y'all to understand that like we don't always know what we're doing. Kind of really have to wing it sometimes and just figure it out. And it's okay to change your mind. Like I came into this not really knowing a whole lot about quilting, but apparently there's no rules. Works for me. I just go with the look, the way, how does it look to me? Versus like what's it supposed to be. Because I feel like it can be whatever you want it to be. I do like this color though. I should have taped it down. All right, let's dry it. Let's dry it. First, I've been here and I'm addicted. I'm the coordinator for a senior low-income apartment complex. Such cute ideas. Oh my gosh. Well, welcome, Linda. I'm so glad you're enjoying your time here. We're just crafting and chatting. So Linda, we have laser machines. My business does. And we cut these kits with our laser machines. And then we put them in our shop and people buy them and we send them to you blank and then you craft them. And these make awesome activities and just fun crafts. And then we decorate with them. We put them in our houses, in our offices, and give them as gifts and do all kinds of stuff. So it's a lot of fun. But welcome. You do not have to send stars, Linda. Absolutely not. You do not have to send stars. Good night, Tilly. We'll see you next time. I have no idea what I'm doing here. All right, let's bring it back. Okay, let's bring it back. Let's go ahead and pop these out because it's going to be easier to put these little squares back in if I pop these out. Okay. Let's put this back in because I want to be able to see like what we need to do for our flowers. Let's flip that, stick our flower back in. We can just these pop out really easy. Like you just pick them out. It kind of has a blue hue to it. I'm not gonna lie. I certainly like it better than the blue, like the blue. Okay, this, stop it. No. What happened? What happened? Oh, I'm serious. I feel like there's something in my ear. It's so weird. I cannot even make it make sense. Y'all ever feel like that? Like there's something in your ear? So weird. All right. Okay. This is freaking adorable. This is adorable. Okay, final pieces are the flowers. Okay. Okay. Oh, in the fold of her ear. Oh, gosh. I was thinking we need to incorporate this blue. But then I feel like it's going to be really prominent. Blue. I think it needs to be a... I'm going to do the white circles for sure. I'm going to do the white circles. I feel like it's just absolutely a must for the circles. I think the circles need to be white. white it is. Whoop. I don't know why I'm feeling like they just need to be white. Okay, let's dry those. I feel like it just makes sense. I don't feel here buzzing. I don't feel anything. I just feel like it's just odd. It's just really odd. I did set 2 coats on that one, so I'm gonna do 2 coats on this. Ugh. Almost dropped that right on there. I was thinking yellow. See how like the circles connect with the white in the middle? Like it's like connect the dots. How old was my granddaughter when she was potty trained? Avery was like 2. She's about 2. I was thinking yellow. Flowers need a pattern. How about yellow, then napkin over that? I think that would be good. Let's paint them yellow. Let's just do it. Let's just do the flowers yellow. When I show you the napkin, you're gonna see that the blue makes sense in the middle, even though it's the only thing that's blue. You're gonna see that it makes sense because there's a lot of that blue in the napkin. We're just gonna do the yellow. And I'm gonna tape these down because this is just a lot easier to do it this way. There's the tape. So we're gonna do them yellow, we're gonna stick them in, then we're gonna add our napkin if we wanna do it. Where's my yellow sponge? So I gotta mix up some of this yellow here because I won't have enough if I don't. Well, that seems pretty close. That seems pretty close to what it was before. I love this. This is turning out way better than I even could have possibly imagined. And I'm pretty sure it's only because y'all are like great thinkers and suggesters, and you guys are really helpful. Okay. If it turns out bad, it's y'all. That's on y'all. It's good. It's a lot of yellow. It's a group effort. Absolutely. All right, let's see it. Do we love it? Do we not love it? I think I love it. I think I love it. So freaking cute. So absolutely adorable. You outline white circles in navy. Probably not. I don't know that I don't have a steady hand for that. For sure I don't. The tape, I'm using painter's tape. And these are baby wipes. And makeup sponges. That looks marvelous. I think it looks good too. I like it too. You're gonna have to get this one, yes. So this is what we have. Okay, I do want to do a little sanding, not a whole lot, a little sanding on the gray big pieces, and I'm gonna put a new sandpaper on to do this. I just really feel like it needs a little distressing. Because it's a little too plain. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna glue these all in. We're gonna take them all back out just to glue them again. If you can't see it in the video, you probably don't see the subtle change, but it's there. You can see it. It actually makes these flowers look a little bit more dimensional. Like they've got a shadow behind them, because I sanded the edges of the outside of this and it actually looks really good. I love that we did that. And I also like the brown. Okay, go back in there. Yellow. Normally I would sand like all of these pieces, and I'm just not doing it because I feel like it doesn't really need it. At this point, if you were on the replay because you purchased this craft kit, let me just tell you, this was an adventure. And I hope you had fun crafting it. Okay, so I really like this. I don't really feel like I want to do anything. I like how subtle it is, but it's not overwhelming. I really like it. Is your kind of quilting? Mm-hmm. Mine too. All right, I'm gonna take this off and I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. I swear I had new glue. Oh, I do have new glue. Okay, this one's almost gone. Like, there's literally like next to nothing in there. Yes, now we take each piece off and glue it, but we're gonna glue the frame on first. Yeah, you glue it to the back. There's a backer board. And it also has a stand. And then just make sure that it's squared. And now that we've got our frame, it's going to be super easy to do. I'm going to start with this corner here. So start with this one. And now that you have it going, you don't really have to do a lot of glue. And then just make sure that it's in the corner, like in the corner, because that way you have room to move and shift things. And you don't have to do your edges either because you don't even see them. Okay, so I'm going to do this one. And this one. So glue them and drop them. There's literally no guesswork because you've already pretty much done all the things. And then just make sure that they're kind of stuck in there. And let's do this gray. And I've not done this one or this one because I need to be able to take this out too. So you see how I did this. I just put it together and then did piece by piece. It's a little lengthy, but I think it's the best way to kind of do it. And just go around the next one. take this one out. Take this one. Probably is a little bit of a better strategy. And if you have little gaps, it's okay. I mean, how cute. Can you use that glue on nails? I mean, I don't know, it's super glue gel. I'm pretty sure you probably can. I don't know. I don't think it's, I mean, it's Gorilla Glue. Probably have to soak them off. I probably wouldn't use it on my nails. But I feel like super glue is super glue. This is just a gel. Probably doesn't really matter. All right. That back. Let's do this one. And we'll do the inner parts here after we get like the exterior. No, it goes this way. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. There we go. Almost. All right, that one's done. No, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. All right, slide that and that. And I already did that one. Let's start with the pink here. And then let's do the green or the yellow flower. Let's do the pink and the yellow. I'm just going section by section because I feel like that makes the best sense. Oops, spin it, spin it, spin it. Yellow. this. I'm gonna use a little poker tool to get these kind of pieces out. Just kind of like so. We'll come back to that. There's literally nothing to it. What? I know that I glued that. I did. It just hasn't dried. Oh, I already did that one too. Okay. So let's do our brown. Here we go. And then we'll get our blue next. So stinking adorable. I can't even stand it. Okay, let's do our blue circle. We already did all of our green pieces. Literally, this is like the last thing left. Our blue circle and then our white circle, and then we'll do our stand. Oh my gosh. And it's the same pattern all the way like around. So no matter which way you turn it, it's the same. Like it all just kind of goes. All right, I am gonna wipe the edges. Because we have some super glue seepage. Okay. I feel like I have some on my hands. All right, so for our back, like the back, you have like this easel, and you don't have to use this. You can if you want to. It's completely up to you. If you've never done one of these, it is a piece like this. We did different finishes and tested on this. This is the piece that goes on the back flat like this. These little pieces, you can see they have a thicker, and then it's got a circle more up closer to the edge. The thicker part goes in this little slot here, and it's going to create like a hinge for your easel back to go on. So easy. So what I like to do, I'm gonna just turn this one around, is kind of figure out where I want it to go. I kind of get an idea of where I want it to go. And then I take it off, add me a bunch of glue, and do it again. Because it's gonna wanna start to set as I start dragging it. And then in those little slots, just one slot, add you some glue, add the thicker part into the slot. And you really want to make sure that this is good and tight because you're going to be using it like a hinge. Just like so. Do I have different styles? We have like 3 different quilt patterns like this, but there's a whole bunch of different craft kits that are in the shop. There's a little like chain link or like 3 dots down by the star on the comments. If you click on it, it'll take you to my shop and you can go browse all of our collections, all of our craft kits. There's a bunch of them. And if you do purchase something, be sure to use the code right now that you can use. If you're on the replay, it may not work for you depending on when you're watching. There's a summer 20 code, and then we also have like a clearance collection too. So now that it's firmed up, you're gonna stick this one in, just making sure, okay? And now you're gonna take this one, put glue in that little opening right here. Put some glue in. Now take and add your piece on here. Put it into the other opening and then drop this other one down in that little slot. And then you're gonna need to work it around just a little bit. And just make sure it gets good and secure. Now this is gonna move. You want it to still move and pivot and hit. But if you start doing this too soon, it's gonna wanna lift those up out of that little slot, and you don't want that to happen. So don't lift it up yet. Make sure it's really good and dry. And I put our testing side out on our easel back. Sometimes it takes a minute. How's the weather where I live? It's actually been really rainy and stormy. It's really nice here though. I live in Georgia. I live in like the Savannah area. No one knows where Brinken is. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this away because I feel like it's kind of seen better days. All right, so now you can see what your easel back looks like. And now you can take and prop it up and it will stand. And you can scoot your easel inward, like depending on how much you want it to stand up or how far you want it to go back. But see what I was saying? Like if you pull it too far back, it'll pull this and start separating it. You don't want that to happen. So this is, it is so cute. It's so cute. I will say, the only thing I will say is this. If I was to maybe make some changes, I might actually do the flowers pink. Because I feel like it's more of a yellow as the main attention. And I really wasn't going for the yellow to be the main attention. So I feel like whatever you put in your, somebody said that at the very beginning, and we talked about this. We did before anything was done. And so sometimes I can visualize and sometimes I struggle, okay? So now that we're visualizing after it's done, I think what I would have done different is absolutely would have done a pattern on the flowers. Maybe like a darker, bolder, maybe something, I don't know. The other thing I think maybe we shouldn't have done was do the green here where the pattern is, and we should have just continued with the white right here. That I think is something I probably would have done. If I would have done that, I think maybe just maybe, I would have done more of a blue, because I feel like it would have been like a light, and then maybe did these blue and went with more of these. This is where I veered away. I had these as my main colors with the white, and we added a gray, we added a yellow, like we added extra colors, which there's nothing wrong with. But if I were to recraft this, I would probably do the center circle blue with these little stems blue. I probably would have done this pink or white, maybe. Probably still would have probably left it white. Done a pattern here, and I would have just continued the pattern in tiers. So pattern, 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 and that. I would have done pattern where we did it, and then not do the green pattern. I would have done and left it white. Because I feel like it would have been more bolder and richer. I would have probably still done the green, probably would do the pink. And then the only thing I can think of that I would do different would probably be, I don't know. I was going to say stain, leave it stained and distressed. Or do a green around that pattern and do a stain, 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 and not do the green. But here's the thing. There's 100 ways you can do this one. Really, truly there is. It really is pretty the way it is. But this is where I'm second guessing like the things that I do, and I'm just like, I don't know what I would have done. But I think it's really lovely. And I think it's fantastic. I think it's so pretty. I do have a thought though. Ooh. I have a thought. Give me just a second. This is black. No. Let's do... These are alcohol markers. I can always sand it. Like just the corners. I know that seems odd, but I've seen a couple different things where they have like just this connector. That was probably too much. Where it's just like a little connector in the corner that like holds the quilt square on. You guys seen that? Where it's just like a little, probably not right there, but it's like a little, I don't know. I don't know the terminology. Not super noticeable, but I hope that makes sense. Maybe it's on the outward. I'm gonna leave it like this. You would have done something different instead of the yellow. I probably would have too. But hey, try to bring out the blue in the pattern. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Don't overthink. I'm not overthinking it for sure. I mean, I sort of am, but like in a good way, overthinking it, because I feel like that's what helps us. Like, what would we have done different? I don't know. You don't care for the stems on the flowers. So let me show you guys. How it looks. Let me show you. So now you can kind of see the stems of the flowers. I feel like they would have popped more. See how they pop really good on this white? For me, it's this green under the napkin. That's the only thing I think we should have done different. If we were going to leave the yellows and incorporate some of the yellows, because there is little yellow buds. Very subtle yellow. I don't know how to show you guys. Do you see like right like there? It's kind of blurry, but there's yellow right there. Like right there. That's like a yellow. So I sanded the gray. See how I kind of did that little thing there? This is what I would have done different. This whole section right here would have changed the whole look of it. But that's what it looks like. I think it's still cute. Nevertheless, I think it's still cute. But there's a million different ways we could do this. Like, do you see how I sanded around this to kind of make it feel a little more depth? Then we've got the pink pattern green. I think it's cute. I think it's cute too. I think it's really adorable. So I'm happy with it. I think that it's very pretty. It's definitely super shabby chic-ish, vintage flair kind of thing. I think there's a number of ways you could do this. Number of ways. So if you want to get this craft kit, it is in my shop. I will share a photo of this so you guys can see it for later and use it for reference of what maybe to do or not to do. I love the napkin too, and I still have a little bit of it left, which is definitely really cool. When you flip the camera around, it 100% changes it. It's absolutely changes it. You love the pink. It's so cute, isn't it? Okay, let me take a little freeze frame for Michelle. Super cute. Okay. I feel like that's good for her. I love the quilt square. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'll pop in tomorrow and I'll show you guys the backyard and I'll update you on all the things. Don't forget that we have a limited quantities of clearance craft kits in the shop. There's a link in the little dots or the chain link down below by the comments. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to gift this kit, not finished. I'm going to gift you a blank one to somebody, and I'm just going to randomly pick a person. Just going to scroll and randomly pick from the comments. So I'm going to give you just a second in case you're a silent watcher. Don't be a silent watcher. Be a chatterbox, just like we are. But I really just want to say thank you. We've not done like a Friday night crafting and gifting in a long time. And I just wanted to show my appreciation to you guys. It's been a interesting transition the past year and a half, 2 years. We, of course, shifted from, you know, our primary focus was a lot of dollar store crafting and things like that. And I sell products. I'm not really a good salesman. I just show up and craft the things that we make. I believe in my business. I believe in our products. I think that they're super fun. They're not for everybody. We are working on trying to do a number of things to like find more ways to save. Like I just met with UPS and they're going to give me a commercial account and they're going to give me better rates and that's going to help with shipping costs. And I'm like, how can we get our shipping costs really good so that we could offer free shipping or, you know, just a number of things that we can do to like lower the cost of our craft kits. Like it's just materials and it's just all the things. So we don't want to be super expensive. We don't want to be those things, but we are a small business and we don't order from China. And it's a labor of love here. And we are a specialty product. It is what it is. So anyways, I just want to say thank you for, like, even though some of y'all don't buy our craft kits, you share the videos, you comment, you encourage, you pass it on, and you know, you spread word of mouth, and it's so helpful. But I just want to say thank you. And I can never say how much I appreciate y'all. I just can't. And it's so cliche to say that, and I know that. But I don't want you to think that I don't notice you or appreciate you. And I certainly don't want you to think that you have to buy from me to be paid attention to. I just feel like that is ridiculous. Everybody who is here is my customer, whether you spend $1 with me or you spend an hour with me. And that's just how I see it. Everybody deserves to be served in a positive and encouraging way. So I take the time to spend 2 and 3 hours crafting, hopefully to teach you something in a class that you didn't pay to attend. You got a free class. That's part of the service of what we do. And in return, we are compensated when people buy our products. And then people enjoy our products. So it's really important that you comment and share and sprinkle and do all the things that Facebook wants people to do. But the number of people who reach out and tell me how they feel challenged. They feel challenged and inspired and excited. It's so much. It's so much. And it just means a lot. So I just wanted to take the time to say thank you. And we're not going to I'm not never going to do other things. We just aren't going to do them as often. And I've said that repeatedly, but while you're taking the time to comment, I just wanted to like give you moments to get your comment in there so that I can scroll and pick one of y'all. But I wanted you guys to know, I just wanted you to know that I do appreciate you and your support means a lot to me. And thank you. Just thank you. Just thank you. So tomorrow, I'm going to be chatting about some various topics. And you're welcome to come over if you want to. I have a Facebook group called Storytime with Amber. While I'm getting ready to scroll, let me go ahead and give you the details, okay? I want to just share with y'all about it, okay? Because haters will hate. Haters will hate, and I don't really care. So I've spoke about my personal situations here on my Facebook page a few times, a handful, maybe a handful and a half. Okay. Maybe a handful and a half. And, if you guys are here, you guys are the people who are predominantly the ones who've been here for a while, and you've kind of seen all the things, you've read all the things, you've heard all the things, and I just try to show up and keep going because y'all, life is hard. But there's a very public situation in my life, and it's, you know, I get burned up every time somebody is like, let it go, move on, don't talk about it. You know why it's talked about? Because the public constantly talks about it. There's 2 cents, there's opinions, there's innuendos, there's insinuations, there's inappropriate questions, and then you get one becomes many. And so I feel like I don't really want to make that about what we talk about on my Facebook page. This is my business, and I will, you know, I share just real life stuff. But I really want to talk about some things that can be things that I don't want to say like stories like they're lies, but like story time is like talking about stuff. It's story time. It's having conversation. It's controversial topics. It's stuff that people don't talk about. And it's stuff that people struggle with. It's the elephant in the room. And it's hard. And it's stuff that we're dealing with in so many ways that we can relate, even though we may not be able to experience the same things. And so I use my group to also respond to a lot of the garbage and lies and trash and whatever else is said. And I didn't do that for a long time. And some people feel like I should never have responded. I should never have addressed anything. And they're certainly welcome to their opinion. And the hardest thing is, I was listening to a podcast, and one of the number one things that I had heard about was when things happen on social media or publicly, with certain situations, certain people, certain whatever, there's something called the smear campaign. And that's kind of sort of what I experienced. You do the typical things that they tell you to do. Don't respond. Just don't let it bother you. Let it roll off. Ignore it. It'll go away. It'll phase out. It'll fizzle. We are 2 years later. I didn't speak out for almost 6 months. Didn't say anything. Just kept my mouth shut. And then I had enough. And then I just was like, it's never going to end. It's never going to end. It's never going to go away. It's always going to be the thing that's talked about. And it probably will never go away. I hope that it does. But even if it doesn't, I'm going to use the opportunity that I have, number one, to talk about things that are difficult. Not because I'm a professional, but because I have experience from different perspectives. So we have other people who have a perspective of their whatever. And other people and a whole nother person has a perspective. Okay? They're always going to be different. Doesn't matter. Some people just will not be convinced. There will always be a perspective. And you're going to find yourself in whatever perspective that fits you and what your beliefs are, your experiences, your tolerance, and I will probably have a different perspective. I don't know. But I didn't want to share a lot of the deeper conversations on my Facebook page. I just didn't. I wanted to do it in a setting that was completely separate. And so that's why I created a group. Not because I wanted it to be a group where I just bash someone or trash talk someone. No. But if those videos exist because I'm responding about something, you better believe that I'm going to tell the truth. So just know that it's I'm trying to choose my words wisely. Not everybody's going to see it, but I want it to be there for people who this other person has videos on her Facebook page where she's talked very poorly about me, and people can find those videos still today that are 2 years old. Complete strangers, don't know who I am, don't really know the truth. And if they went to go look for the truth, I want them to find it, because I'm not going to let someone else speak for me. And that's kind of where I had to realize that there's a difference in like your friend that, you know, you used to go to Bunko Club with, spread a few rumors around town, and then it kind of fizzled out. And then there's like, the internet doesn't forget. The internet doesn't sleep. It doesn't go away. It's there forever until it's deleted. And even then, it's recorded, it's documented, it's brought up, it's all the things. The internet does not forget. And so I just feel like maybe I care too much. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. But I wanted to just share that with you guys because a lot of people have asked about what's story time? What is this group? What's it about? What do you do there? I don't want to talk. I just didn't want to talk about it. So I would, you know, if I'm not going to be on my Facebook page, I'm going to be in this group. I'm not going to be crafting. I'll see you next time. So that's the situation. And it is what it is. There's enough nasty stuff said about me by other people that I'd rather tell the truth, and you decide that you don't want to follow what we do or support me and hear it from myself than for you to decide based on opinions of other people. And that's fine too. So, basically that's it. So I just wanted to tell you, that we are going to be having some little like various discussions about certain things. A lot of great questions were asked about stuff that I was like, oh, that actually makes like people are asking really good questions. And I think that they need to talk about them. So anyways, but thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for staying up late with me. And this quilt square turned out super cute. I love it. So I'm going to scroll. I'm going to pick somebody. And I'm going to send this kit to someone. And I really, truly want you to get this. And even if you don't share it publicly with other people to inspire them, I at least want you to craft this. And I want you to send me a picture of what you do. Because number one, I want you to do the kit. I want you to explore your own creativity. And then I want you to feel proud of what you did. I want you to feel proud of what you did, and I want you to take a picture, and I don't want you to second guess yourself, and I want you to send it, even if it's just to me. I just want to see it. And I can't wait to see what you guys do, but thank you guys so much. All right, I'm gonna scroll, just random scroll. I'm gonna scroll. Stop. It is Lori. Oh gosh. Lori. Sister, listen. You have a really hard name that I don't even know what it is. I'm pretty sure Lori Felder's, oh gosh, let me get something dark. I need a dark surface so that I can read what this says. Okay. It looks like COUTUW? Where's my glasses? I'm really sorry. They're in there. Let me go get them. Y'all, I don't even know how to say her name, and I really don't want to insult her any more than I probably already have. I have glasses in here. Someplace, somewhere. Someplace, somewhere. All the glasses I have, and they're just like missing. I'm pretty sure. They're in the bathroom. My husband's sleeping. Found him. He needs to be caught. So sorry. We're gonna figure this out. It is COUTU. Lori Fielders. It looked like FLEID. It's Lori. Lori. I'm going to send you that kit, but I need you to send me an email or a message so that I have your address. So send me a message or an email. Y'all, I was determined. Determined. She replied, fantastic. So these are not actually my reading glasses. Actually, yes, they are. These are my reading glasses. My other glasses are on my nightstand. These are my reading glasses. These are plus 1.25. And I still feel like they need to be a little stronger. Yeah. Where do you send me a message? You can just send a message to my Facebook page or send me an email to info@themakersmap.com. Yeah, glasses make a big difference. They sure do. Oh, y'all bless it. So there we are. There we are. Congratulations, Lori. Yes. Congratulations. So let me show you guys one more time in case you just popped on. This is our quilt square. I will be on tomorrow about 7:30-ish, 8 o'clock, probably around 7:30. Use 2.75. Yeah, I probably will have to go up one, but thank you guys. Thanks for being here. I'll share the photo tomorrow, and I will probably pop on in the day and show you guys the backyard. My husband and I. Can you still get a July box? Yes. Pamela, I did a thumbnail. Yeah, if you go to the shop and you go to Crafty Crate, you can still get the July box. We're going to talk about that next week. Next week is going to be box week. We're going to talk about the Crafty Crate, and we're going to introduce it to some of our new friends. Yeah, so we're going to talk about that. But yes, you can still get the July box. You cannot get the June box. You've seen her name many times. Good job. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Lori, and congratulations. Yeah, so we're going to try to build our shed. You know, the one that's been sitting out there forever. We're going to try to build that shed tomorrow. And then at some point, we are going to do the gazebo that's on the paver patio. But we've got to build the shed so we can empty our trailer. because our trailer right now is holding all of our shed stuff from the other house. So we left the other shed there. We have this other one. We're going to use it. And then I'm thinking we're going to get a different shed to put all the pool stuff in. So we shall see. We ain't going nowhere dipping right now because that water is disgusting. It is disgusting. The Gene box is fabulous. Cindy, thank you. I appreciate that. I thought that was a really fun summer project that we could do, and I really am so glad to hear that you liked it. And I hope that you enjoy the July box because I think it's really going to be fun. So y'all be blessed. Enjoy your evening. I'm going to relax. I'm going to enjoy my weekend. It is Father's Day weekend. I hope you guys have a great Sunday and be blessed. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys next time.